Good morning, friends. Good morning, fellow TVCians. This is your friend and colleague, a TVCian, Basil Ude, broadcasting live from the coast city of Enugu State, the capital of Enugu State, southeastern Nigeria. I welcome all of you watching from global uh, community and from local community too. You're welcome to this broadcast. Today, we're going to conclude on our series, TBC Cash Flow, Acquiring the Necessary Skills. Today's topic is mentorship. It's my pleasure to have all of you in this broadcast. And I will assure us that this moment, we are all enjoying the TBC Cash Flow system. So this morning, we're going to actually look at the concluding part of this series. Before I go ahead, I want to just give a review of the current blogs. The TBC admin is always writing something fresh, new, updates in the blog. We know the emphasis today is distribution of the TBC coin. We are aiming at getting our 1 billion member mark, and every effort is being geared towards achieving that. And every member of TBC is being encouraged to go on board and be a part of the distributor. Let us distribute this TBC so that many more will have access to it. So this morning, let's look at our topic, which is TBC cash flow, acquiring the necessary skill, mentorship. And before I continue, let's just step back a bit and look at what I'm discussing. We started with communication skills. That was the number one we shared this in this series. And the take home from that communication skill is ability to communicate peer-to-peer, peer-to-group, group-to-group. But one thing I want us to just remember is the skills that make us communicate peer-to-peer is very essential. What I call person-to-person. Let's not remember, TBC is structured on peer-to-peer communication. We communicate our value, our services, our goods peer-to-peer. So for us to enjoy that peer-to-peer relationship, we have to know peer-to-peer communication skill. So that's what we discussed in the first series. Second one, look at leadership. We know that leadership is very, very important because, as I said in that particular segment, leadership has to do with service. Service. You have to be able to serve life. You're not going to boss people around. You're going to serve. You have to have the team spirit, the teamwork. So as we take that to that series, we know that since TBC is a community, leadership skills helps us develop what I call community spirit. You can't be a leader unless you're a good follower. So we should be able to follow guidelines, TBC guidelines, instructions. And also in that place, we found that for you to be a leader, you have to develop relationships. And when you develop relationship, you can now distribute TBC through relationship building. As you build relationship, you distribute TBC, and it becomes a long-lasting relationship. And again, leadership also talks about responsibility. We have to know that we are responsible for our future. We are responsible for what happens to us. TBC, having cash flow in TBC requires a measure of responsibility. And that's why, again, in that series, we talked about leadership skills, making us acquire these traits. Then after leadership skills, we talk about time management. And in that aspect, I mentioned some few things. Time management, I say we have to have smart goals. You know, smart goals, smart, the word smart is an acronym also. S means specific. The goals you will set in doing time management skills is we have to have a specific goal that have your self-content. It's not just goal of another person, it's your own goals. So you have to be specific, and all you do for that day, for the month, for the week, the goals must be have to something to do with your own desire, your own goal, not our goal, your own goal. That's it. So that's S. M is measurable. When you set goals, it must be measurable. It must be realistic, and again, achievable and positive. You make goals that you know it can be achievable, and again, it is realistic and is rewarding. Every goal you set in time management, there must something make you smile. You see, that's the motivating factor in this setting goals. And with time bound, is it 1 year? Is it 1 month? Is it 5 weeks? There must be a time measurable component to it. So this one is called time management. And time management will also go further to talk about applying the Pareto principle, 20-80% rule. You whatever you do with time, try to ensure that 20% of your effort should produce 80% result. These are skills required. And we also, in that time management, we talk about scheduling tasks. And when about scheduling tasks, for us to understand this skill very well, everything we do in life, in that particular episode, I talked about 4 ways we can actually schedule our tasks. And one of the ways we talked about, some tasks are urgent and important. They are very urgent and important. Those ones, of course, as the word goes urgent, you just have to leave other issues and address it. But one good advice there, if all your tasks are all urgent and are always important, then you have stress. So not all your tasks should be always urgent and always important. So just take that one. Then the second one, talk about not urgent but important. This aspect of scheduling is very good because it means you are not on stress. It's not urgent thing, but you have a time allocated for all important things. This is actually what would well for a while. When you want to acquire correct time management, your schedules, your tasks should be more or less not urgent but important. Then the third scheduling area is urgent, not important. Of course, all these phone calls that come, all these necessary meetings, birthday, funeral services, all this, well, they are urgent, but not important. When a call is coming through, it's urgent, it requires a response, but is it important? So we have to know those ones that are pressuring our time, but it's not important to our goals. Finally, not urgent, not important. This may look as if they are not necessary. No. If one just wake up in the morning, put on the television, and begin to watch all the news, all the home videos, and all that, that person, to my opinion, is not productive. Is like lazy. So there is time in life where we grow and mature, where nothing is too important, not too urgent, because you've already achieved a certain level of life. You have achieved your status you wanted to achieve. Then things will just be happening naturally. That's when you can say your things are not urgent, not important. But now, what we advise in that broadcast that you should look at that scheduling where things are not urgent, but they're important. In that case, stress is highly reduced. That's what we talked about. That. Then the next segment we did was marketing. Friends, marketing. In marketing, we dwell much on the value communication. We say that marketing is different from selling. Somebody selling stuff, want to promote what is selling, promote. I now sell. That is selling. But marketing, you are communicating a value. You are building a relationship. You are distributing TBC through relationship. You are actually a distributor of TBC. But when you are selling that selling mentality, you are just promoting. So there's a difference between promoting TBC and distributing TBC. So friends, Good marketing skills will make you distribute TBC naturally. A relationship is built, a long-lasting relationship. So that is very, very important. We should be able to distribute TBC according to the laid down system. When you follow the system as pronounced, as instructed, as presented by admin and other TBC leaders, then you know you are marketing properly. You are effectively distributing TBC in a manner and way that people will see TBC as a real value of TBC. They will not see TBC because of your perspective. They are seeing TBC or because of what TBC is and what TBC stands for. So, friends, it's important to know that we must embrace these ingredients of skills I've enumerated above for us to understand that being a TBCian who's enjoying TBC cash flow or who wants to enjoy TBC cash flow in a steady way, we must embrace these skills I'm mentioning. So finally today, I want to talk about mentorship. That's our topic, friends. Mentorship. Who is a mentor? I know we heard about mentor. Friends, I have many mentors. So several years I've been trying to have mentors because you know what I was saying in earlier episodes. For you to really have skill essentially is key to personal development. So for me to be more, to know more, and to do more, I need to go and look for those who have gone through that path, those who have become more. There are many of them. Those people you know in this world, in this globe, that have achieved results. So a mentor can be referred as someone who has gone through a system of doing things and they've demonstrated capacity for doing those things. And they've got the results to show that those things they are doing paid. So for me to look for a mentor, I must look for those who are standing in their various chosen fields and learn from them. So now, a coach is a mentor that guides, trains, and instructs others to be a mentor like himself. And today, friends, I'm happy to announce that TBC have wonderful coaches who have gone through the system and who are currently going through the system and have demonstrated capacity that the system works. Our number one mentor is the TBC admin. The TBC admin, right from the onset, have laid down a roadmap, have laid down systems, plans, instructions, guidelines that can enable anyone grow, mature, and be rewarded adequately in TBC. Our TBC admin, his blogs, videos by leaders of TBC community abound, where we learn these coaching things, where we learn the things required to be successful in our TBC experience, especially in the area of cash flow. Now, there is equally what DBC admin published called the fast track system. It's in blogs. Fast track system. Multiplying income. Just put this keyword in our blog. You find listens. Can click fast system, fast track system, cash flow. All these things, when you put in the blog, you will see reports, articles, posters that tell us how we can be coached, we can learn how to have ourselves learn step by step how to enjoy cash flow. That's one coaching way. Then another one is, I will mention his name, Randy Wilson, the former voice of TBC, a distinguished TBC leader in this community. He is having coaching courses. And all you need to do is to get to it. He has materials and resources that anyone who chooses to have good mentorship on cash flow, go to Randy Wilson website. You find one sure way to move on to have that coaching required. Friends, the other leaders, but I've gone through that is coaching. I'm going through that too. So I can recommend that because I know as a leader in TBC, you have to be taught. To have a cash flow experience, you have to look for someone have experienced cash flow. Randy Wilson and other TBC leaders have experienced this cash flow. They've gone through the system. They can teach us one-on-one. So friends, you need cash flow coaching to enjoy cash flow in your lives. You need cash flow mentorship to enjoy wider, richer experience in your cash flow at this time. So, what am I saying? When you are coached, when you are taught, then you experience cash flow to the highest. You see, there are levels of experiencing cash flow. Like one of the TBC blogs, recent one, there in that poster, you find those who are earning $100 per day as their own cash flow. But again, you see also in the same poster, there are those who are earning $250 a day. In the same poster, there are those who are earning $500 a day. Some 2005, some $5,000. So these are levels of earning. So when you go through a true coach, an experienced coach in TBC, you'll find that the levels of your cash flow will equally increase. Why I'm recommending Randy Wilson is because I've seen in him someone who have gone through this path and he has results and he has capacity to show us. So go around, look for people who have gone through a training. When you have gone through a training of these distinguished coaches, you can now mentor others. Like I know, friends, I'm learning. One key for you to be able to rise to the level of mentorship, you require the following things. First of all, you must be teachable. You must have teachable disposition. You must be able to learn. Friends, I believe that we are all learning. In this life, we learn. We are students of life. We are students of experiences. So anyone who wants to be coached must calm down, humble him or herself to be teachable, to be learnable. We need that. And the moment you stop learning, brother, sister, friends, you start aging. Decay sets in all ramifications when you stop learning. We need to learn. Read at least a book a week, if not a day. Learn something new. Then you will be in a position to be coached. Secondly, we must have the ability to follow instructions and guidelines. Coaching requires participation. Coaching requires one to be actively involved in what is being given out. So to develop the mentorship level, you will have to be able to practice what is being taught, what is being demonstrated, what is being showed. Like I know there are some steps required for us to be able to enjoy this cash flow. And we call it assignments, or you can call it practices. When you are going through a coach, he will tell you, all right, do this, do that, and watch the result for the next few days. We've gone through that. When you follow those instructions on a steady basis, friends, you enjoy the results of that coaching. Remember our topic today, mentorship, which revolves around cash flow coaching. We've had so many things to prepare us, but for us to go real full blast, we have to have this experience. We have to have a practical experience to be tutored by someone who's enjoying cash flow. That's what I call practical. We call it hands-on experience. So I've said initially, you must have a teachable spirit, or what I call teachable disposition. You have the ability to follow and practice instructions. Then we have to be consistent in working out the laid down examples. There are examples, there are patterns, there are things our coaches have gone through, and we lead consistency. There's a lot of folks that want to try one thing one time, try a second time, they trade out, they get out, say, ain't working. That stuff is not working. Friends, you have to be consistent for anything to work. You have to develop that thing over time. You practice those skills which are being dropped down to us by the coaches. So I'll join us, please. Let us make ourselves available to a coach in this TBC community. And we'll have some of them who have distinguished themselves as cash flow coaches. And from my own research, I found Randy Wilson as someone who has actually shown some practical steps. And I've gone through his coaching series. I'm still going through it, and I'm learning. And I want you to join me and learn as well. By the time you combine all I've said, and by the time you combine all you have gone through on your own, you'll find that acquiring the necessary skills is not one-time work. It's not just one-day thing. You have to give time, patience. Patience is the key, friends. Patience is the key. Because once you go through proper coaching and you embrace all I've been teaching over this series, you'll find that you have a robust disposition. You have a good preparation to launch out and begin to enjoy proper cash flow on a steady basis. Cash flow experience is possible to them who are patient to make it possible. I'm still your friend, Redeemption, Basil. I want us to enjoy this together. So with these few words I've just spoken to you, I want us to now drive it home to TBC. Now, how do I apply this coaching knowledge to the TBC? When you go through coaching, you'll find that one, you will become a distributor of TBC, not a promoter. That's one. Two, you find that TBC has certain, it has a message, a vision. And this message and vision is very vital for you to communicate to the next person. So we are not going to everyone in the street say, hey, come and get TBC, come and get TBC. No, we have to first of all look for people. Follow the system. And the system is very simple. Let them know what it is all about. And let them have the cookies, the free ones being given. Just move on. And get them to follow the system, read the blogs, if need be, go through the steps that TBC have laid down. Naturally, they will request to have their own TBC. Maybe $100, $200, I mean, it's natural. But right from the onset, we're not supposed to begin to give things or say things that TBC didn't say. Some folks have been meeting me, Basil, when do I cash out? Basil, when do I spend my TBC? Someone asked me the other day, he want to buy land. I should come and help him use his TBC to buy land. Friends, that's not what TBC is for. TBC is a medium of exchange. TBC is a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency. What does that mean? It means we in our group We decide to exchange what we have for each other. It's not a bank. It's not an exchange. So we have to get this thing drawn in. So when you go through this coaching, you know how to present TBC rightly to the people. Those who tell you right there, I'm not interested, fine. That's the filtering we need. They'll get out. But those who see the vision and mission of TBC, they'll see TBC as an investment, as things that are growing, that TBC is growing. TBC is getting to stand, having its own economy. These are things you learn when you go through coaching. So when you present TBC, it will be communicated properly. And anybody getting TBC from you will get TBC with understanding, with the proper understanding. Not they get TBC from you today, next week, they want to balance with it. Today, we have so many people jumping out with one exchange or the other. Friends, please, anything you see exchange in TBC is scam. TBC is not exchange. TBC is not structured to be in any public exchange. So in this my dropping words, I want to just assure us, friends, that proper understanding of TBC and what TB stands for, we need to be properly coached. We have to learn. We have to follow the system. So in closing for today, I want to assure all of us who have been viewing that these 5 segments I've mentioned will help us, to my opinion, to enjoy steady cash flow. So in the next broadcast, we'll begin to address some other issues that will help us equally be robust division. To be a division that's grounded in the mission and vision of TBC, that is grounded in the cash flow experiences in TBC. Someone who will be doing TBC and know that is growing and making impact in whatever he lives. So this is Abazo. Good day. Sign off. Expecting at the top. See you again next time, next week, same time, same moment. Bye.